Look at this beauty. And you're looking at it magnified here, so you're seeing details that you typically don't see unless you use magnification. But this coin is beautiful. It is graded by NGC, and there is no listed price for this grade and condition, and I'll show you. 1872 Proof 64 Ultra Cameo. Ultra is the key word here. That is the same as Deep Cameo for PCGS. They just use different terms. There's no Proof 64 Ultra or Deep Cameo prices listed. Population of 1 and an NGC holder. It's a very nice looking coin. It does have marks on it, but it could be a 65. You just never know. But 64 is fine as long as we can figure out a value for it. The first thing we did was use NGC's price guide, selected proof over here, and went to 72 and looked for UCAM, UC's UCAM, Ultra Cameo, and there's just none for the values in 64, as you can see. There is a 66 and a 67, but that's it. Now there are Cameo in 64. Then PCGS, I thought, well, we'll try PCGS. They don't have any in Deep Cameo. They have a Cameo, but no Deep Cameo, as you can see. So, not in 64. I don't even see any at all in the PCGS holder, so they're probably pretty strict on these. So my best bet is to try to get this in a PCGS holder. So if I send it like it is, see if it'll cross over. That's probably what I'll end up doing. So I'm looking here at all these and it values, and like I said, on the value side, it doesn't have a Deep Cam for that. There are Deep Cam for other dates. So there is a chance. So then we look over at Heritage Sold Auctions. I use Great Collections, use Stacks. There's just no 64s Ultra Cameo that's sold because there's no other shield nickel graded like that. So the value is to be determined, and we're going to see what PCGS has to say about the coin, and then maybe even CAC. I don't know. We're going to see. I ended up paying over $1,700 for the coin. I think that's what it was. It was something like that, and that was basically what they paid for it from a dealer. So I just took a it'd be worth more than that if you can get this in a PCGS holder. I think it may even be worth more than that in an NGC holder. I think a 65 is sold for over $3,000 Ultra Cameo. So another thing to think about, we can talk about the values. There are some rare shield nickels. We see a lot of shield nickels coming into the coin shop, and that's why it's important to have a red book, a mega edition if you can. It talks about the designer, same designer designed the Flying Eagle and also the Indian cent. It's Longaker. There are the compositions here, the diameters here. Talks about the grades, and then some of the varieties, like the Shield for 66 has the rays as well, and the Shield is similar to the 2 cent. And then they stopped using the rays midway through 67, creating 2 varieties. So that's important, and you can see the values of those in G4 if they're problem free. In the coin shop, we get a lot of problem coins. They'll be corroded. They'll have issues. That does lower the value. But this just gives you an idea of what they're worth. It tells you the proof mintage is here. That's what's in the parentheses. This has a mintage of 950. And then here's the mintages. Some of them were, had a lot. 14 million, 28 million. So some of them are not very valuable. You see a lot of them. But there are some that are low mintage, 71 and a 73, if it's close 3. So that's important to note. It's also important to know how to grade these. Over here on my website, coinauctionshelf.com, I have a photo grade, and I've been improving my photo grade, adding larger images and better images, hand-picked images that look the grade for me. Here's your G4. The important thing that I look at is how many lines in the shield. The more lines, typically the higher the grade. There are other indicators, but that's just something my eyes are drawn to. This reverse is a little lower relief than the obverse, so you're going to see some weakness in the shield lines, but a full shield line coin is going to be very desirable. I'm surprised it's not a striking designation for these coins. But anyways, you can look down through, you can see what a fine looks like, a very good looks like, and then the fine. And here's the rays, what they look like. And that's the 66 with the rays. Then you have the very fine, extremely fine, And you can see, as I see, that there's more lines in this shield here. And then you have, that's almost uncirculated. Then you have the mint state. And mint state, and they are beautiful in mint state. As you can see, this proof, they're just beautiful coins. They almost look like a pattern design, like the kind of outlined or designed, similar to the 2 cent. And that brings me to this. There were patterns for this series, and most of them look similar. Some of them do not. As you can see, this has got the 2 cent, but it's got the nickel alloy. And then you have the 5 cent with his 1865, which they didn't start until 66, but the patterns were trials basically, or just to see how they would strike out and try to get the design adopted. And then this one here looks really close. It's an 1865 as well. Then you see the 5 is different and the wreath is different on this one. And they have the date split. The shield's a little bit larger. They had to adjust that. Then here's one that's in basically some bronze or copper alloy. The patterns are considered proofs, proof struck because specially prepared dies and planchets. Then you have this one here, a little bit different with the date orientation similar to what they adopted, but this is also in a bronze. And you can see that the 5 is different, the font. I kind of like this one here, pretty much the one that was adopted. So we're getting really close to it. But then you have this one. This is a mule. That's a really cool coin. Princess there. And then some nice, really nice. I like this. I'm not sure it's aluminum on this one here. And this one also is aluminum. So they experimented. A lot of experimentation back then with alloys, with dyes, with designs to see what would work. And that's what I liked about the early mint. We don't see that now. No experimentations. They're trying to save money, I guess. I don't know. Whatever it might be. To look at this coin again, like I said, it is just a beautiful coin. Really nice eye appeal. Hopefully PCGS thinks it's deep cameo. It'll be the first one for this date. So we'll see. Probably won't get it. But like I said, here's your red book and your price guides on these. Very important to use this, not YouTube videos that tell you the wrong thing. You want to use reputable YouTube videos. You want to watch your articles out there telling you things that's not true, or see what someone's selling it for online. Because you can put any price you want on a coin online and try to sell it, but it doesn't mean that's what it's worth. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.